Hello everybody, Ranger Mark Mello with the Blackstone River Valley National Historical Park welcoming you to our 19th Ranger Chat. This week we're going to focus in on a specific part of a Rhode Island mill village, and that is the church. Of all the component parts of a Rhode Island system mill village, the church figuratively and literally stood as often the second largest building in the village. It served the purposes of both mill owner and worker, and still remains a focal point in nearly all of the surviving mill villages in the valley. Numerous churches of many different Christian denominations were constructed across the Blackstone Valley over the years. For the mill owners who often built or subsidized these structures, the denomination didn't matter as much as religion. At Slatersville, the first planned mill community in America, the Slaters constructed a Congregationalist church, even though both brothers were Anglican. They constructed a Congregationalist church because that was what a majority of their employees were. In places like Ashton and Berkeley, owned by the Lonsdale Company, an Episcopal church was constructed because a majority of their workers were English immigrants. As more Irish and French Canadians moved into the valley, Catholic churches became more numerous. Often mill owners made attendance to church on Sundays compulsory. Many of the valley's preachers were required to show their sermons to the mill owners before preaching. These sermons were often centered on themes of obedience, timeliness, thrift, and duty, all qualities that mill owners required of their workers. In this sense, the pulpit became a mouthpiece of the mill owner, encouraging those qualities which made good workers. But the church also served as an important part of the worker's life. Living a life strictly regulated by their employers, churches were often the only institution in a mill village which served as a social center. Churches in mill villages hosted men's and women's groups, symposiums, lectures, orchestras, concerts, Bible studies, and dances. These social gatherings served a unifying purpose, allowing workers to socialize in a place other than the mill. And for certain immigrant groups, the church served as their best opportunity for social advancement. For many Irish, Italians, and French Canadian Catholics, the church's debating societies and mutual charity organizations gave many future politicians their start. John O. Pastore, former governor and senator from Rhode Island, is a great example of a young man from an Italian family who got his start in politics thanks to his church community and those generations of Italian Catholics who paved the way before him. For these immigrant communities, the church also served as a unifying institution, one that helped these groups maintain their culture and their tradition. Still a central feature of a Rhode Island system mill village, the church stood as both a religious and social institution, which both helped owners maintain control over their workers, but also gave many workers a voice and social outlet. Thank you for joining us for this week's Ranger Chat. Again, I want to tell you about some exciting news. This week we began limited visitor services at Slater Mill, and so we will be doing an outdoor visitor center there as well, similar to what we're doing at the Kelly House and at Roger Williams National Memorial. So we'll be there Thursday through Sunday from 10:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So come on down and visit us at Slater Mill as well. As always, if you have any comments or ideas for what you'd like to see us cover in the upcoming weeks, please leave those down below. We would love to hear from you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you out there along the Blackstone really soon.